All right, everybody, good morning and welcome back to the KSR YouTube channel. I hear something in the background, and you've already seen the thumbnail, so you know what's going on, but look at his ear. We're going to be doing some work with Taylor Ray today in his very brand new build race car, drift car. It's awesome. Holy angle. So we're gonna stop right ahead of the dyno, but let's get back to it for now. All right, it's time to get to work. All right, well, we're up on the dyno, Taylor's car. You nervous?
Very. I mean, yes and no. Like, I have a lot more confidence than I could say I normally would, but I also haven't done any real, like, the car hasn't been beat on yet, so it hasn't proved itself to me. So it's like anything can happen. Yeah.
Well, let's beat on it, see what happens.
Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah, it should be fine. It'll be fine. And if it's not fine, well then, you can take it back home and fix it. That's race cars. They break, you fix them. So we're gonna do some mild pulls to start with. And if you haven't watched the build on Taylor's channel, you should go do that because he's been building this thing for a while and it's like really, really well done. So I'm gonna get started, see if I can do some tuning work on it, and we'll see if we can make some power. All right, so we're in the car, and the first thing I do whenever a car comes in that we didn't assemble or wire or have anything to do at all with the tune is I take, 10 to 15 minutes to kind of familiarize myself with the tune. So Matt Happel from Sloppy Mechanics sent Taylor a base tune to get the thing fired up on. Everything looks pretty similar to things that I would do, with a couple of really small exceptions that I went through and kind of changed, and we're gonna try and get the thing set up where it works, through all the different temperature ranges, and certainly not faulting Matt at all, because when you don't have the car in front of you, it's hard to hear and feel what the car may need for tuning adjustments. So the base tune was great, but now that we're plugged into it in person, we're gonna try and make it even better. And it won't be too long before we're making some pulls. The idea is to first drive it a little bit, put some load on the engine a couple of times just to, help break the rings in, which I think he said this engine had already been dynoed on an engine dyno. So that's all great, and maybe it's already well broken in. But it's time to get started on getting this thing running and seeing what we can do to adjust it and make it better. All right, well, let's do a little bit of driving. little pull and see what happens. Well, that got sporty in a hurry.
Yeah, what?
I said that got sporty in a hurry.
What did it go to?
Like just, I think it spun the tires.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was, it makes boost quick, which is exactly what you want. Then it just started spinning. So that was only up to about 5,000 RPM, which I've got glue I can spray on the rollers.
Yeah, we can air the tires
down.
Yeah, because they're probably at like 30.
Okay. So let's see what that was for. Go down to like 20, and then I'll glue them.
Okay.
All right, so we glued the roller this time to make the tires stick a little better. Let's see what happens this time. Clean that idle up. It's making a lot of boost.
How much?
Very quickly.
Yeah.
That was 632.
632?
Yeah.
What did we run to?
The torque is not accurate though.
So 632.
For less than 4,500. So see the difference in having the tires hooked up?
Oh yeah, so we weren't even to 4,500 RPM or?
No.
Jesus. How much boost is that?
I will tell you right now. Let's zoom in on just the run. 13 and a half.
Okay.
And it kind of has plateaued. So thinking maybe
turn the boost controller on for this one and just see if it changes anything.
All right. So
I mean, as long as there's fuel's good, it should take more than 13. What was the back pressure?
Yeah. Let me add it to the table here.
And it'll sort them out.
Back pressure is only 11 at 13.
Oh, wow.
At 13 pounds of boost, like
wow,
that.
So we're less than 1 to 1.
I mean, we're only at 4,200. So.
True. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We're getting ahead of myself. I'm curious. I've never had a back pressure sensor.
Yeah, I think I'll.
Definitely open. The gate's definitely open.
Okay.
Because I saw and heard them. Did you see that? Yeah. So they open.
Okay.
But maybe try with the boost controller on.
Yeah, let's see what it does with that, and then I'll hold it with it a little longer. But the air, fuel, and everything looks good. All right, so we changed the springs on the wastegates because they were like big springs. We didn't want to make big boost yet, so we're gonna try it again. Dang it! Yay! Gotta get it to stop stalling on decel, but a little bitty clutch is
Yeah.
kind of a pain. Well, look at that, 719.
719 at 7 pounds. Well, what did it make?
I think it was about 8 pounds.
8 pounds, 719. Let's go. That's what I was hoping for. Yes.
And that's
Dude, it was blowing stuff off the ceiling from the waste.
probably out of the wastegates. Yeah, that'd be all right.
Dude, 719. So I'd probably try to run it at like 10 conservative and
Yeah.
see what it makes on like 14.
Let me. I mean, 14. I imagine it'll
Break 1,000.
get close to 1,000. And I think looking at the timing table, like it's real conservative. So
Yeah, 'cause we got real good too.
yeah. Let's see.
Woo! Let's go.
Let's
What
go.
did you rev it to?
Let me see.
Not a lot, like a lot.
This one.
I don't know what the rev limiter is set at.
It was set at 75, I
Oh,
believe.
Jesus, that's spicy.
It had a little hiccup up at the top, which I want to look at that in the data log. 6,100. And so it was peaked where I lifted.
Oh, you only read to 6,100.
Yep. Yeah, sweet.
You see that? 719 on 7 pounds.
That's pretty sporty.
Yeah.
That little clutch makes them fun to try and catch at idle, but
Yeah.
I'll get her worked out after a rip or two.
If it sucks bad enough, I'll change it.
Well, and it's fine, and then I stab the clutch in, and I think what it does is you come back off the throttle, so the TPS is 0, and it's trying to force it to idle, but it's mechanically keeping it at RPM. And then as soon as I push the clutch in, the IAC's already fully closed, which I need to maybe tweak it and get it just a little bit more on the throttle blade setting, because it can't catch it fast enough. So, all right, 719, only 6,100 RPM, and I'll find out the boost here in a second, but I saw 7 and 8 pounds on the screen. Not bad. All right, well, we're gonna try it again. Made some changes. Hopefully I can catch that, catch the idle. And I want the ECU to catch it, not me. Because if it's tuned right, it shouldn't do that. So we're gonna try a couple different things there. See how this works this time around.
What do we got that?
706, you see that dip? It did the dip again, and I can't find it in the tune. So same power basically,
Yeah.
but we gotta figure out what's going on with that dip. All right, so we think we found that timing thing. And what it was is there was, in one of the menus of the transmission menu in Holley, there was a torque reduction to save like a 4L80 or a 4L60. Something that I guess Matt had used from his original base tune. This thing being a manual, we don't need none of that torque reduction stuff. And we kept chasing it, you know, we're talking with Matt, like, I don't know where it could be. And then I just happened to stumble upon it. So if you're using the transmission section and you switch your car to a manual, be sure to go back and look at that to make sure you're not messing with any of the timing reductions or the torque reduction timing tables are not hurting you on power. Because I knew it had to be something in the tune, because literally at the exact same RPM it was doing it. So thinking we're good, fingers crossed. So I just deleted the transmission thing out of here. See ya. Don't need you. All right, here we go. fixed it.
That fixed it?
But I don't think I hit record.
Oh, okay. But it wasn't in there. That's it. That's all.
Shit! Yeah, I didn't hit record.
Okay, I mean, whatever. Now let's turn the boost on.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. Alright, so I forgot to hit the record button, but there was no more peak boost, so it shouldn't have really been any more power. We just got rid of those 2 dips in the timing table, or the timing graph, or the actual timing in the engine. But, like I said, I forgot to hit the record. Try not to do that this time, but this time we are actually adding a little bit of boost on the deal here. See if we can make some more power. All right, here we go. Uh-huh. 750.
750. Well, what's that boost at?
Boost.
6.7.
6.7.
Jesus Christ.
Let's hit it with 50%. Let's see what happens.
Oh yeah, go straight to 60, 70.
So that was half a pound higher?
You go to 70.
Alright.
He'll take it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
6.7.
So 6.7 pounds of boost, 750 wheel horsepower.
That's pretty good.
This thing's rowdy.
Worst case, I'll put the 10-pound springs in it. I mean, I'll probably want 10 pounds worth of spring anyway for base.
For base.
I don't know, 750 is also pretty good for base. I was thinking 800 for base.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna really hit it with some duty cycle this time on the boost controller, just to see if it's actually working. Should make a pretty big change in the boost. If it doesn't, then we got something else to chase. But if it does, she got to make a whole lot more power. She's violent when she don't strike. Holy moly.
What did it do? What did it do?
Well, just look at that increase in torque down low.
Yeah.
No more peak horsepower. So it looked like it was passing 15 pounds.
15?
Yeah, and I was like, whoa, stop.
Yeah,
we need to stop.
So what, now 40% maybe?
Sure, let's go somewhere in the middle. All right, let's go again. What's the numbers? Woohoo! 933.
933! What? How much boost was that?
Like 12.
12?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
That works.
Oh my god! 933, 800 foot-pounds of torque at 730 at the same. Oh no, that's 4200.
Yeah.
Still, it's probably,
Yeah, it's 730 there, so.
It's here, like right at this press.
Back here.
A little more back.
Yeah, a little more back.
So that's.
So it's 30.
So
30.
700 at 3600-ish.
Yeah, 684 at 3700. 3800.
Wow.
That's pretty sporty.
That's
and then.
wild. Oh, I'm curious what the back pressure is too. Fucking Christ.
Let's get rid of some other runs.
Oh.
It had punched 1,000 on 15 pounds.
Oh my god. That's almost double what the Miata makes. That is almost double.
Perfect. It's just right.
That's. It might be exactly double. 480 times 2 would be 960.
Yeah.
Wow.
791 foot-pounds of torque. All right, so since we're so close, and since I chickened out on that run where it was making 15 pounds of boost earlier, we're going to try to punch this thing up over 1,000 horsepower. So the goal is 1,000 horsepower, 15 pounds of boost, which maybe he doesn't use, but at least he'll have a tune-up for it or a known number for it. And everything else is looking great. The air temps are looking great. Let's see if we can make 1,000 horsepower. Let's see, am I live? Yep. Have slipped the clutch.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Or did it spin the tires?
I don't know, but hold on before you see the number. It
doesn't count.
It could have spun the tires.
I think it spun the tires.
I don't know. That was. Well, we weren't expecting 1,100.
What did it make?
I mean, at 1,100.
No, okay. Well, it made 1,100.
So see, the thing that's weird is see that loop-de-loop right there.
Right.
That's where it actually hooked up whatever it was doing.
Right.
So even after the tires hooked back up, it's still 1,054.
Jeez.
So let's look at the log. I only saw 15 on the screen.
Okay.
Golly, this thing's rowdy.
And
probably, what I did too is you see how it kind of hit soft still at 3,000?
Right.
Like I ramped it up instead of it just trying to smash it all with it at one time.
Right. Yeah,
I wish. So it was either clutch or tire spin. And if you got is it a triple disc? You said
Quad.
Huh?
Quad disc.
Quad disc. Okay, what's it? That's got to be rated to like freaking 1,500 horsepower.
It's got to be something absurd.
Yeah, so it's either wheel spin or it's clutch spin.
Okay.
Like tire spin.
Right. I'm hoping it's wheel spin.
Because it hooked it back up even after it was making power. So 15.7.
I mean, it might be my air gap for my throw bearing is like not as wide as it should be.
Okay. But it hooked it back up
so
too.
much throw that I'm like, it doesn't grab until way down there.
Yeah,
so
I don't think
it's pushing the clutch disengage.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it's that. I think it was probably slipping the tire.
Okay.
because it's short sidewall tire. I mean, that's a boatload of power to put through a stiff sidewall tire like that. But I mean, I think legit you can say that was easily 1050. And the reason that it's got that spike is because it kind of like it got the tires heated up enough, and all of a sudden it like grabbed a hold of the dyno roller.
Right.
And then that's why it's got that little loop-de-loop spike.
I mean, if people say it's not real, I don't care. That's good enough for me.
Yeah. Well,
what was our boost? What was our boost? Let's get the final number.
15.1.
Jeez Louise, dude. What's the back pressure there?
Back pressure 25. So
we're still not even 2 to 1.
No.
Wow.
Not 2 to 1 at all. Let's see, let's compare those to each other. So boost is 50. So let me get rid of some junk here. So boost, back boost. Like light blue versus purple there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man, this thing's freaking killer.
Hell yeah. Ah, it feels so good. For the concept to come to reality, I spent so much time trying to decide on this turbo size, and I spent a lot of time building the pin, the boost controlling, the pin efficiently, wastegate priority worked out, no parts have fallen off. I can't even describe that, dude. I can't. Besides one wire, we have an issue with the one wire for the back pressure sensor. That might just be the pins on all the way into the bulkhead.
Yeah, so what's that percentage-wise of things you got wrong? You got one wire wrong out of the entire car build.
That's not bad.
That's not a bad percentage of getting something wrong.
No, no. I'm happy with that.
Good job, dude. You killed it.
I appreciate it.
That thing is, this thing is awesome.
I put a lot of time in, and I really tried to not rush it. I tried to think through every single little thing I was doing. Because for me, this is like my in-game car. Like this, I don't plan to build another car. Yeah,
it's working, and I think you got it perfect on the turbo sizing.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
And it's probably still, that was 70% duty cycle on the thing. You got more left.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I'll probably shoot to spring it at like 9 or 10 if I can get that, and then put it to like 13, 14 on when I turn the controller on. It
may be a little different too on the track because the load is different, sliding and spinning tires. But you got data logs. Yeah. So you'd make a run, data log it, look at it, and see, okay, well, 70% only made 10 pounds of boost.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But that's the great thing.
Mess with it. I'll definitely think I'm going to spring the gate up a little bit.
Even more spring on the gate?
Just because I want it to be 1 and 1, right? We'll see though. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm going to drive the car at the 720, 750 range. Yeah. And just see. And
it may depend too on which.
Just these are big tires, so if I'm running with any bit of grip on a high-speed track, like 750 might not be enough. Gotcha. So it's like I don't want to have to run it on kill mode to have enough. I'd like to have it like 800, let's say. Gotcha. Like 820 or so off the controller, and then 950, 1,000 on with the controller on. But I mean, that's easy. We know the numbers.
All right. Well, he's gonna drive her back in the trailer. He's blocking, so he can't really do too much with it there, but. Oh yeah, he's got it back in his trailer. It's so wide, the front can't go in first. Another successful dyno. Now I gotta get to his car, which you'll see in the next video with another Turbo LS drag race car, so stay tuned for that. But that's gonna wrap this video up. We will see you guys next time.